Check it out, it's another glorious day here in Media City UK, and welcome to episode 3 of Act on This TV. Now I hope you guys have had the opportunity now to watch previous episodes, and I hope they've both inspired you and motivated you to start taking the action required in your acting career to get the results that you want. Now today's special guest is a long-time friend of Act on This, top UK casting director Michael Jackson. Now Michael's been on the site twice before, once 4 years ago, I can't believe it's that long ago, to do a podcast on commercial casting, and once about 2 years ago we did a live online Q&A with him as well. Michael and his wife Beverley run one of the country's most prestigious casting houses, Beverley Keogh Casting, right here in Manchester, and those guys are responsible for casting some of the biggest drama on TV, full stop. Huge hits, things like Scott and Bailey, the BAFTA-winning Happy Valley, Last Tango in Halifax, and the upcoming ITV drama Paranoid, to name but a few. Now in this interview with Michael, I want a really open, honest and frank chat with him about how casting has evolved since the last time we spoke to him. What are the biggest hurdles, the biggest challenges facing actors in the industry today? You know, are casting directors afraid to take risks on brand new talent? How does brand new talent in the industry get on those favourites lists of casting directors so they're seen time and time again for castings? And I also want to shed a bit of light on the man behind the casting director mask. You know, what is it that makes Michael tick? What does he need and want from you the next time you see him for a casting? So I'm going to head up to On the 7th right now. I'm going to get myself ready, get my iPad out, make sure I've got all the questions down that I want to ask Michael. Is due here in about 30 minutes, so I will see you guys when he arrives. I'll see you up there on the inside. So ladies and gentlemen, please can I have a round of applause for casting director extraordinaire, Mr. Michael Jackson. Woo! Michael, welcome.
Thank you.
To Act on This TV, episode 3. Three. We've done 2 previous ones that have been amazing. You need to get yourself on the website and check them out after this.
Yeah.
Obviously, watch your own as well. Michael, cheers for being here for a start.
No problem,
it's
thanks.
a live environment. I say this to every single guest. Anything could happen. Don't be distracted. I'll buy you a drink afterwards. The cast of Corrie could come through at any moment. That's happened in the past. Anything could happen, but stay with me. You've been a great friend of Act on This, so thanks for that for a start.
No problem.
We've done 2 features with you in the past. Mm-hmm. Can you believe it was 4 years ago when we did our first podcast? Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, and then 2 years ago, we had you on for a live broadcast.
That was great fun.
It was good, wasn't it?
Yeah,
you were bombarded
Yeah.
with questions from Twitter, from all the members in the Act on This community. So we've been through a lot of the basic kind of stuff.
Sure.
Tonight, I want to delve a bit deeper and have a very kind of frank, honest, potentially brutal kind of chat on casting and the industry as it's evolved over the last couple of years since we spoke to you last. For those, well, first of all, I guess, for those who might not have seen those other 2 features, and they might be new to the industry, they might be new drama school graduates or anything like that, just tell us a little bit about yourself, what you and you know, your better half Beverley do at Beverley Keogh Casting, just to get people up to speed.
Basically, the casting house that we run works in 2 halves. Beverley does drama, I do commercials. I like commercials purely and simply because they're quick, they're fast, the product is on the screen within a couple of weeks, whereas Beverley's could be 6 months, 8 months, 12 months down the line. I think commercials, for me, work because they're constantly fresh, and we'll be asked, as you well know, for some very strange things. But it's the same with drama. I mean, Beverley's in the middle of doing something for an American company at the moment, and they are very, very driven in a completely different way. Mm-hmm. For them, it's not only talent, it's got to be a face that's instantly recognizable, that's going to put bums on seats straight away.
Yeah.
That is, for them, the stronger criterion.
So it's safe to say, I mean, you guys cover, if it's commercial, the biggest brands on the planet.
Oh yeah, I mean, we've worked from everybody, from AA through Nike, to, I don't know, Whitbreads. Beverley obviously has done Happy Valley, Paranoid, Last Tango, Scott and Bailey. There's things she's working on at the moment called Snatch for American TV. Every day is different.
But you are consistently, what's fantastic about what you guys do is you're consistently working on the biggest stuff, whether it is commercial or it's drama. First of all, I'm curious, because you've been in the industry 20 odd years, mm-hmm. Beverley 30. What have you guys kind of focused on and done in order to stay consistently at the top of your game? Because it's just going to be as hard for you as it is for us actors. You know, once you get one good job, doesn't mean you're always going to get a great job after that. What have you guys done to make sure you're consistently at the top?
we put time and effort into it. I mean, there are talented actors out there. You have to go and find them. I mean, obviously, with the drama, you'll normally get at least one name, or maybe these days 2 names over the title. The rest of the budget is for us to spend as best we can. We have to go out and find the talent. We have to put the time and effort in. We have to find these people, make it fresh, so you're not quite sure what you're watching. Is it this or is it that? Every face needs to be fresh. It's a question of attitudes as well. You know, we get phone calls. I mean, when we first started, I can remember putting scripts through fax machines at 1 o'clock in the morning because that's the way it worked. Now we're getting phone calls at 11 o'clock at night from the American side because that's the way it is. You have to put the time and effort into it. And if you do that, and with a bit of luck, you succeed.
Yeah.
Because in everything, some luck's involved. I mean, sometimes you can be offered a project and you're not available. You know, and that could then run for 10, 12 series, as Shameless did. I mean, sometimes, as I say, you have a meeting with the production company, you don't get on, so you don't get the job. I mean, you know, as we've always said, we audition. Everybody in our business auditions, from the producer, the director, through the casting director. Everybody has to audition. We don't just walk into these jobs. We have to go through a system whereby, off past track record and the sort of amount of effort we put into it, we get the job. But the problem is that every day, because of the way the business is, virtually everybody in it is independent. So the producer and director you work with for one company 1 week, maybe not there the next week, they're working for something else, and they brought another director, another producer, you might not get on quite as well.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Constant effort, constant perseverance, and a bit of luck. And that's basically what's made us.
Definitely, because we were having a conversation the other day, and I remember saying, I see this term bantered around the internet now of, like, you know, you get a lot of adverts for everything from business to the acting industry to every walk of life, and it's always work smarter, you know, not harder, you know, get more for doing less. And I'm like, for me, in my experience of life in this industry, that's utter bullshit. You can't shortcut your way to success. It is about working hard. Is that, you know, would you agree with that?
I would. I mean, that's why I like on this, because it's another facility which helps the actors to develop. Everything, it's like people come out of drama school, college, whatever. It's almost like Lewis Hamilton, whatever, turning up at Silverstone on a Sunday, getting into his race car and nobody puts any effort into it after that. Once they come out of drama school, they think that's it. They think they're finished, polished, and ready to go. They're only just scratching at the surface.
That's where it begins.
Yeah, exactly. Every effort you have to put in, you know, 24/7. Anywhere you can go and find stuff, fringe theatre, student films, put yourself forward. Do work for nothing. Get the experience behind you. Get the showreel together. All this sort of thing. Because directors these days, there is so much competition for the part you're going up for. If a director looks at your showreel and thinks, this is interesting, then you're going to get in through the door, first of all. Because you know and I know, every year in May, June, July, people come dashing out of drama school, think, hey, I've made it, I'm now an actor. It's nonsense.
That's just where it begins. For me, particularly when I left, you know, I've said this so many times before, I wasn't prepared for the industry at all. The drama school had prepared me as an actor, but even there, I've said this so many times on these interviews, I feel it had churned me out as a robot actor. I'd lost, to a certain extent, the rawness that I'd gone in with that made me unique.
Exactly.
And I had to gain that back. And I'd learned nothing about the business of the business whatsoever. So I think,
And the problem is it's one of the weirdest business I've ever been involved in. I mean, the problem is that you come out of drama school, you've done a bit of Shakespeare, you've done a bit of Chekhov, you've done a bit of Meisner, whatever. Where's your agent?
Yeah.
How are you going to get your job? How are you going to get an audition? What are you going to do in your audition? Because you've never physically auditioned. You might have done a showcase, and you might have done 2 weeks of theatre rehearsal, gone out and done a showcase in front of 5 or 6 agents. But to actually walk in front of a camera without having read a script, where's your preparation for that? There isn't any. It doesn't work. So people come out of all these drama courses and whatever with 30 grand's worth of debt, thereabouts, and have no idea what the business is all about.
Yep.
And it's to some people, I say to them, I think some of the fault lies with the colleges themselves, because they are business machines. They want bums on seats. Everyone they see sat in that auditorium is another £20,000-30,000. Some people would be much better off not going at all. If they don't want to do classical theatre, why go?
Yep.
Why go? I mean, you can put yourself about that 30 grand you've got. You could fly here, there, and everywhere. You go out to out to Hollywood. You go anywhere you want. You could even, God forbid, make your own short film as part of your showcase. Sure, really. It's just to me, sometimes it's just a complete and utter waste of money.
Yeah.
And a lot of people haven't got 30 grand to throw away.
No way. But no, I agree. I think that's where it begins, regardless of what training you've had. If you've had the best training, you've been to RADA or whatever, the journey really only begins when you graduate, and that's.
But people have to realise that. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's certainly not where you take your foot off the pedal.
No.
So what's the one kind of the biggest challenge you're facing right now?
Fresh talent. Fresh talent who can actually say half a dozen lines and walk out the room without tripping up.
Right, interesting. So why do you think that is? Where's this lack coming from?
People lack confidence in their own ability to be able to deliver. I mean, an audition scene for drama is probably a page, probably 8-10 lines. Having learned screeds and screeds of script like Shakespeare and Chekhov and whatever, 8 lines should be a mere bagatelle to people. Mm-hmm. We even send the script out the night before, and they still come in clutching this piece of white paper, almost like a comfort blanket.
Yeah.
You've got to be able to do that. You've got to be able to walk in, sit down, have a polite conversation, chat with the director, stop, get yourself into the mode, deliver your words, and that's all there is to it. The confidence you should take is the mere fact that you're actually in reception, because that's our skill. We bring in the right people. If you're not right for the part, we wouldn't bring you in. So that's the confidence boost you should have by actually being in that reception. Walk in, say the lines, go.
Yeah. So do you see people coming in? Because I see this. I am fortunate. I get asked at your place to read in auditions, so I'll be reading opposite the people auditioning. I go to a lot of read-throughs here at Media City as well that Red do. I was at the read-through for Paranoid recently. Yeah. And I see, and this is what I try and coach people on all the time, just actors getting in their own way. They can't get out of their heads. Like you said, they don't have the confidence in themselves, even though they've had the training. If they've been, classically trained or whatever, they feel they're not good looking enough, not talented enough. They don't have.
But what, as I said to you before, what they should do is take the confidence from the situation being chosen. The thing that people forget is that every audition we do is our audition for the next job. And as a consequence, the confidence they should take is the mere fact that they're actually in the room, first of all, to audition, and then secondly, they're at the read-through. If they weren't any good, why aren't they at the read-through?
Yeah.
Because we were seeing, a good selection of people to get that part cast. They're at the read-through. They must be right for it. They must be right.
How many people have you seen lose the job at the read-through because they couldn't hack the pressure, even though they've got the job, where you think it would be easy?
Not many, but I would think probably in 20 years, probably about 4 or 5 people.
Yeah. That's still 4 or 5 too many though, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
Because they've got the job.
What we have to remember, and what everybody else has to remember, is that people are human beings. The number of actors you see that suffer from depression, this sort of thing, doesn't make them a bad actor, but it impinges on their ability to give a performance. And if it's not your day, it's not your day.
Mm-hmm. That's why I do so much work on Bulletproof Actor. People need to get over bulletproofactor.com, install success and confidence, Michael.
I mean, that's really all it is. I mean, the thing about modern drama is that there aren't screeds of script to learn. It's 8 or 9 lines, cut, next, and off you go. Anybody can do that. My cat can do that.
Yep.
Well, maybe not 8 lines.
My cat couldn't do that, but, well, it's terrible. He's dead,
cat.
But when he was alive, he couldn't do that.
But surely the mere fact that you've been chosen by a professional to do the 8 lines must give you all the confidence in the world.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you would think so. But I know a lot of actors, and I've experienced this myself. You get the call off your agent. They go, hey, you've got an audition for such and such a thing. For the 30 seconds you're on the phone, you're on cloud 9, you're like, yes. You put the phone down, and then suddenly, oh, God, can I do this? That kicks in. It doesn't now for me. Now I'm a bit older, I've had a bit more experience, but it definitely used to. And again, that was just me getting in my own way and doubting myself.
But then actors have to build this confidence. They have to realise that they have a talent. It may only be a talent to say 2 words or open the door, but that's the level you're at. Fine, you've got that talent, that'll do. But once you get to audition on a regular basis, you get to know people. You know what they're looking for. You're even sent a script, so you know what your character's about, and you've been chosen.
You said to me the other day, hardly any people are reading the full scripts when they're being sent the script. Is that something that still plagues the industry?
I mean, the mere fact that we send you a script is an indication that we probably like to read the script, so that you can then develop the character. then you can make decisions on how to play your 8 lines. And having made that decision, when the director asks you, why did you play it that way? You have a sensible reason for doing it. Not, well, I thought that was the way you wanted it.
Yeah, I've only read my 8 lines.
Exactly.
Yeah, read the whole thing.
It happens time and time again. I mean, there is a famous situation where we told this actor.
So I hope you are enjoying this interview so far, all right? There's still so much more to come in this chat. If you want to get access to it, I need you to do 2 very simple things for me, all right? 1, I need you to be on the actonthis.tv website, okay? So if you're watching this preview on YouTube or Twitter or Facebook or anywhere else like that, look for a link in the description of the video, click it, and it's going to take you over to actonthis.tv where you will find the full interview, okay? Secondly, I need you to then log into or sign up for a premium account to the site, okay? If you've already got a premium account, just log in at the top of the page and you'll get full access straight away. If you've not, then have a look underneath the video on actonthis.tv on that page and you'll see a little description of how you can get a premium account very, very quickly. It'll take you like 2 minutes, if that. And you'll also see a link that's going to take you to a page where we'll explain how we use revenue from premium memberships to fund and help some amazing charities, okay? So it's an absolute win-win situation. So to recap, click on the link if you're not already on actonthis.tv that you'll find in the description of this preview, and then once there, log into a premium account or get yourself one, okay? It's going to tell you underneath the video how you can do that, or if you've got a free account, how you can upgrade to one as well. All right, so I won't keep you any longer, but do that and you'll get full access. I'll see you back in that interview very, very soon. Bye for now.